Ladies and gentlemen, full disclosure, you have been warned. I'm gonna be an asshole in this video. And it's fully warranted, it's fully deserved, because I cannot stand when people come in a creator's comment section and claim they're wrong without any basis to their argument, without any tangible evidence for the creator to work off. I can't rebuttal, I can't even work with what they're saying or even say, hey, you're right, because all they did was make a statement. Y'all know, I'm passive aggressive in a lot of my videos, and then some people are even like, why is this guy being a dick? I never actually call these people out. I just generalize it and I avoid calling them out because I don't want to put them on the spot. But you know what, we gotta put a stop to this, okay? Fuck getting in the back with Amber. Y'all need to get in the back with Tower of Fantasy. Let's start off with victim number one. Fox4339. Wind sphere and crit damage body will be way better, bro. He already has HP stats all over, period. That was his argument. Wind sphere and crit damage body will be way better, bro, period. He already has HP stats all over, period. That's bro's best debate. Bro went to high school, skipped debate class, went to college, failed debate class, left college, then went and told all his friends I took debate class in college. That is the most horrendous argument I've ever seen in my life. Again, I can't even, what am I supposed to say to this? Where did you get that information from? I already know. You regurgitated it from another content creator. Get your goofy ass in the back. This is a Caterpie. All right, now let's go to Weedle. We have Caterpie and Weedle in my comment section. Next victim, Castiel Reborn 5747. Half of the facts stated in this video is wrong, and my guy is saying it with the utmost confidence. You should really get your facts checked / tested, man. I'm wrong. I'm saying it with the utmost confidence. Check my facts, get them tested. Now, you might be asking yourself, because sometimes you'll see content creators pull up the guy's YouTube page, and then they'll bash on him about not having any followers, any subscribers, any credibility, and then y'all will be like, damn, that's a dick move. It's not a dick move in this scenario, because they are telling us we are wrong, while we have a good reputable resume of videos for you to go and look and say, okay, this guy actually does his homework. The only way we could verify their meritable debate that they're making is if they don't have it in the comment, well, then maybe they have it on their page. So let's go to this man's page. Maybe he has it there. I go to his page, no videos, and 3 subscribers. Let me guess his 3 subscribers, his mom, his sister, and his alternate account. Therefore, you have no merit to your argument. Who the fuck's mans is this guy? Get him, get your mans, put him in the back, and he cannot come back to the front, ever. Ever. He is permanently in the back with Arlon. Now that we got that out the way, I hope you guys' days are going swimmingly. Now let's get on to the video. What I was going to do in this video is defend myself against people who think running a crit rate or crit damage main stat over HP is better than running HP as a main stat, or running wind damage percent on the sphere is better than HP percent. Now, I said in my last video, to sum it up and make a long story short, HP percent main stat can pretty much deal the same damage as a crit damage main stat and a wind damage percent main stat, and you'll have 2,000 more health or thousands of more health depending on how many more HP stats you run. So in short, it's not worth running the wind damage percent bonus and the crit damage percent bonus simply because you're going to practically deal the same damage. It's so minuscule that it's not even worth doing, because survivability is something that Blade needs since he's always taking away his own HP. He's pretty much always at half his health, and not to mention he has double the scaling. But as usual, these tiny brain ass people just go and watch whatever the creator with the most views says, and they take it and run with it, and they put it inside of a box and generalize it across all scenarios on the globe. So now I gotta make a follow-up video and show you guys what is the damage difference between Blade with no buffs at all against these 2 scenarios, and then what is the damage difference with Blade with all buffs against these 2 scenarios. Let's get into it. Now guys, listen. You don't need to be good at math. I get it. There's a lot of numbers on the screen. Just listen to me. Trust me. It'll make all the sense in the world. This is going to be scenario number 1. This is the one where you're running body, sphere, and rope, all HP percents, right? That's 7,702 HP on your blade. Much more beefier. Damage is not compromised, okay? Keep that in mind. Moving on to the next part here. Well, he's going to be at 189.6 HP percent in total. That is important to know when we do the comparison. HP build, HP everything. He's going to have 60% damage bonus when he's doing his auto attack, 75% when he's doing his ult, and then 95% when he's doing his follow-up. This is not considering the damage bonuses that Bronya and Ting Yun are also allocating to his damage. Remember, we have two scenarios here. It's going to be one scenario with all the buffs from Bronya and Ting Yun, and then it's going to be a scenario where there's no buffs. That way you guys can see whether he's hyper buffed or not hyper buffed. What is the damage difference going to look like when you're running a crit damage main stat and win damage bonus in comparison to what I tell you should probably run, or what I'm going to do myself. You don't have to do that. If you don't want an extra 2,000 HP and deal the same damage, well, then that's your obligation. That's your prerogative. All right, keep going. Crit damage is going to be at 120% on this build. Substats is 50%. Sup is going to be, or support is going to be 20%. Base is going to be 50%. Okay, 71% over 120 is what this is going to look like. Attack's going to be the same no matter which scenario we do. Okay, now let's look at the other scenario. What these people have been telling you, what you should do is sacrifice 2,000 HP so that you could have a extra 54% crit damage. And I say 54 instead of 64 because now that crit damage is a main stat, you're going to lose. You're not going to be able to get the mid-max 10% crit damage in the substats anymore. It's literally impossible. So you can get that when HP is your main stat. So that's going to be a 54% increase in crit damage instead of 64. Anyways, they think it's worth you losing 2,000 HP so that you can get a 54% crit damage increase and a 38.8% damage bonus. I already know, because I do the numbers, that that's going to be diminishing returns on your damage. But these people don't look at things like this. They don't look at the whole picture. All they say is, oh, he's dealing a little more damage. That means it's the best build. Okay, keep that in mind. Anyways, 98.8 on the auto, 113.8 on the ult, 133.8 on his follow-up attack. As you can see, the damage bonus went up quite significantly now that we have a sphere in here, okay? Also, his crit damage over here is 174.8 now on this second scenario. Let's go ahead and go into the damage. We're not wasting any time explaining shit to you. It just doesn't make sense. If you want to see all the explanation, go back and watch the other video. This is a follow-up and I'm just giving you the rough draft of everything. Ultimate of taking all the buffs off. Just Blade by himself with the HP build that I've been going to bat for. His ult's 27,958 on a single target. You won't need to do the adjacent, don't worry about that. It's literally the same percent average. I'm just trying to expedite all of this. His average of this ult with this build is going to be 23,535. Here's the average formula. If you're smart enough to know the math, you'll know that this formula is on point. 23,535 on average for the ult, 15,741 on average for the follow-up attack. All the numbers in green are the average, the numbers in orange are the crit strikes. 11,741 right there for the enhanced basic attack. Now, let's look at the crit damage build that they are telling you to run that has 2,000 less HP. I would expect that if I'm going to sacrifice 2,000 HP on somebody who's always taking away their own HP, the highest taunt value on the game, getting hit in the motherfucking head left and right, I would expect that that damage increase better be significant for me to sacrifice 2,000 HP. Let's look at this damage difference, boys. 26,797 on average, 17,776 on average, 13,700 on average. This is with no buffs, which means this is the best case scenario for when you're running this build, because when the buffs get implemented in, his higher HP scaling on the other build brings that damage difference into a narrow gap because it has the bigger beginning or initial number to work off of because the HP scaling is so high. This is the average damage literally with nobody else on the team, just Blade by his lonesome, 26, 17, and 13, comparing that to 23, 15, and 11. Now to the nerd who is getting ready to say, dude, that's actually significant. Over the course of 5 cycles, you're doing 15,000 more damage. That's actually pretty significant. No, the fuck it's not, stand back. Over the course of 5 cycles, you're dealing 500,000 damage across the scope of your team. So an extra 15K is gonna do fuck all in the grand scheme of things, bro. These enemies, doing an extra 2K is nothing. My goddamn Bailu, my break effect Silverwolf, who has no damage in her build, does more damage with that with her regular auto attack. That is not worth it for a 2,000 HP benefit. Whose man's told you this? This just doesn't make sense to me. Now, if that shit was an average of 10,000 more damage, cool. average of 8,000 more damage on every single one of these. Then you can make that argument. Fine, that's some really good damage. Bro, we're looking at literal 2 to 3K differences. That's a 2,000 damage average difference. That's 11,700 in comparison to 13,700. We're talking about 2 to 3K more damage on average. And you think it's worth sacrificing 2K HP? That makes no sense. Especially in the MOC, where these motherfuckers hit like bricks and trucks, and they taking away 2K off one single attack. Some of these dudes hit that hard, bro. It's crazy. It's like, why would I do that for a 2 to 3K damage difference? It just doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? So that's why I said run HP. It's literally better because you're gonna deal pretty much the same damage and you're gonna be more tankier. Now, we're not done here yet. Now we're gonna look at how much is the damage difference when we pack on all the buffs. Remember I told y'all, when you pack on all them buffs, that damage difference gap narrows even shorter. Let's go ahead and take a look at the HP build, okay? HP build is gonna be doing 59,105. 48,313 on average, 20,272 on average, 25 on average. You get the point now. Let's come over here to this build. We got pretty much 50K, 21, and 27.6. Going back to the other build, we're looking at 48, 20, and 25, 8, 30. I didn't have any room down here for that average there. So as you can see, you're pretty much doing the same damage, but you're much more squishier with this other build. No matter if you're running Tingyan Branya, no matter if you're not running Tingyan and Branya at all, it does not matter. You're still barely doing more damage and at the cost of 2K HP. Oh, you messed that up. Your numbers aren't right. Look at them, little bro. If you're smart enough to do it, you'll see I have done nothing except plug the numbers in. 5856 is the HP, 2661 is the attack. This is all the damage bonuses. That's 231.8% in damage bonuses on this build. That's 224.8% crit damage on this build. I have literally done nothing except plug numbers in. This is only 193 damage bonus. This is only 170% crit damage. But here's the HP. As I said, the HP scaling on this guy is so freaking cracked, he can do the same damage as a wind damage sphere and a crit damage main stat and still have more survivability. This is why I said this is the best build to go for, because this man is literally able to do it all with it. Now, the last thing I want to make sure that you guys understand very clearly is that you can totally build those as an alternative option because that's all you have, or maybe you have the best sub stats on those pieces. Cool. But do not for 1 second bring your goofy ass in my section saying it's way better, bro. It's way better. Doesn't make any sense to me, man. And you know you talking out your ass. You know it. Oh, shit. That sumbitch Gotcha Smack tried to tell me that my crit damage main stat isn't better than his HP. The fuck it ain't. It's damn well better if I says it is. That's what these guys do. They cope so hard off the idea that, oh shit, Smack dropped a video and it's not the stats that I have, so now I have to go in there and type and let him know that that's wrong. It's not correct. I'm not smart enough to do all those fancy numbers, but I'm damn well gonna show him. I don't know what else to say, guys. If this doesn't convince you, nothing else will. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the flip side.